It could potentially be something for sure. For sure. Yo, let us move on. I got a couple questions I'm seeing here. Before we do that, Bobby, we're going to keep you on here. Okay. Dave, do you have the report cards for the fan questions from a week ago?
Just a few. We all took Deshaun Jackson over Tyler Boyd, 2.4 to 3.5. Guessed wrong there. Neither was a great option, as was discussed. If you were desperate, you take one, and we ended up taking the wrong one. Then we had Hawkinson versus Logan Thomas. Hawkinson put up 14.9 to Logan Thomas 13.8, and if Thomas doesn't get hurt in that game, I think he takes it. All of us took Hawkinson over Logan Thomas. And that's what we had for last week. And what do you got for this week, Sean?
So, real quick, real quick, before we get off of that, I did want to ask a question. Actually, this goes with fan questions. I'll go ahead and jump right into it. This man right here, if you can recognize him, you can answer the question. I want to know if this guy is a reliable starter. Minshew mania in Philly, is that something people could maybe take a shot in the dark? Maybe you can rely on that. He did good this week, but
I love Minshew.
No, Bobby, you say no?
Hurts will keep his job. I mean, it was against the Jets.
Very well, true.
Yeah,
very true, very true. But when is Hurts? Is Hurts back this week, or go ahead, Sid?
Yeah, that I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure, 100% sure if he's back. If Gardner Minshew does get the start, I do like him. If you need him to start, they got weapons there. Devontae Smith's good. Dallas Goedert's good. Jalen Reagor is okay, but I do like Minshew. He's good. I think he's a good quarterback. I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he was the backup in Pittsburgh. Everybody was saying preseason that he's going to come to Pittsburgh and compete for the job, but that's not going to happen. But I do like Minshew as a quarterback. I think he's very capable. I think they got weapons there, and I think they're always going to be throwing the ball. Obviously, they don't like to use Miles Sanders, it seems. So I like Gardner Minshew. I would definitely, if he's a starter, I have no problem saying he's going to get more than 15 points. Is that how you want to grade it, David?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go that. I definitely take Minshew over 15 if he's a starter.
Right. If you're in need, if you have your guy, obviously don't, but if you're like me and you want to sit Kyler on the bench and start Heineke, maybe you do that. I don't know. We're just pulling straws now. We don't care. All right. We do have a question from the crowd. Vopsy says, claim Julio for Van. I assume that means Van Jefferson.
Gotta be right. Oh, man, that's tough. I love the prospect of Julio because he's going to be the only guy with A.J. Brown gone. So I love the prospect, but Julio's been made of glass. So it's like, even if he comes back, does he play the whole game? I think Van Jefferson's created a connection with Stafford, and he's building there. So I think I'm riding with Van because he's, I think, more of a sure bet. Although I think Julio has more upside if he can stay healthy. It's just I don't think I can trust Julio staying healthy right now. He's got to show me first. So I don't think I would drop Van for Julio.
I like Van there. It's a trap to fall into with the recency bias, but I mean, Sid said it. Julio is made of glass. So I even if he comes back and he's healthy and he stays on the field, I mean, it's not like he's produced much. I like Van. I like that Stafford's looking for him.
Bobby, you're saying no?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I mean, just going off name alone, of course, you'd pick Julio Jones, but yeah, he can't stay on the field. I mean, he's just really hard to trust right now, and Van is really starting to put it together.
Exactly. Yeah. I agree with that. All right, man, we got another question from John Lenny here in the comments saying, I got a start sit question. Pick 2. James Robinson versus Tennessee. DJ Moore versus Atlanta. Brandon Cooks versus Seattle, and Russell Gage versus Carolina. Again, pick 2. Dave, I'll come to you first.
We just talked about Russell Gage. I like Gage there. I'm not big on Robinson. I think they've made pretty clear that they're not going to run him into the ground, and it's a good move, and I actually very much support that. DJ Moore or Cooks. I'm going to go in a high-scoring game. I think Carolina and Atlanta it could be a fun game to watch. Cam was on the outside of my quarterback waivers. This was when we talked about it. When Cam was on Sid's waivers, this was actually the matchup that I thought Cam would play well in. So I'm probably going to roll with DJ Moore and Russell Gage.
Sid, what you got?
So, yeah, same thing. James Robinson, I think, was banged up. I almost put Carlos Hyde on my waiver wire pickups because of that. I didn't just because I don't trust the Jags. But I think he's banged up, so I don't think they're going to run him too much. I mean, so I am going Russell Gage and Brandon Cooks. I think Brandon Cooks is the best receiver. Seattle secondary isn't the greatest, so I think he gets a lot of looks there. I like DJ Moore, but I don't like Cam's arm. That's why I'm going Cooks and Gage.
Yep. Bobby, what you got, buddy?
Just like those guys said, James Robinson banged up. There's really no reason for them to, push him further and, potentially, hinder him in the long term. So, and like Sid said, I like Cooks versus Seattle, Gage versus Carolina. DJ Moore, yeah, but again, Cam's arm. And I don't see them scoring a lot of points.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, okay, Cook's been reliable, and Gage, like you said, he is definitely shining with everything that's been happening in Atlanta, so I got to agree with that. I got another one from John. John is in here helping us out today. I'll start right quick. Fields or Zach Wilson? If Fields is in there, put Fields in there. I just can't try. I can't really trust Zach Wilson or any Jets quarterback outside of one game of Mike White, so I got to go Fields. Bobby, what you think, buddy?
Definitely Fields. Zach Wilson, I mean, you haven't seen a lot of Fields either, but, the Bears are definitely better than the Jets, I'd say. And Zach Wilson, what he's shown, when he has been in there isn't enough. And, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a coin flip. I don't know which way it can go, but, yeah, Fields, if it were me.
Yeah, Sid.
So now that I think about it, I need John to lose. So start
right.
Robinson and DJ Moore, and start Zach Wilson. But no, these two, honestly, I wouldn't start. I wouldn't start. I mean, if those are my only two options, I think I go Fields. But I would hit the waiver wire, look for Taysom Hill, look for Gardner Minshew. I'd take Minshew over these two. I mean, I would look elsewhere if possible. If that's your only option, I'd go Fields.
Fields has a rough schedule going forward.
They're playing the Packers. Yeah, they're playing the Packers.
They play the Packers this week, and I didn't like his playoff schedule. But Zach Wilson is playing the Saints this week. Those are two terrible options, like Sid just said. I definitely lean with Fields. But I say scrap both and go get something else.
I think Fields because of his running ability. In fantasy, running quarterbacks are worth more.
But like we already said, there are better running quarterbacks available. I'd probably take Cam over Fields in a matchup against Green Bay.
Yeah.
You might get the touchdown there. Yeah.
Right.
I'd take Tyler Heineke over both those two.
Let's get it. Let's
or
go.
Tua, but he's not playing.
Hey. Get to it. And Tyler, man, you good. You got Taylor. Yo. All right, real quick. Let's go around the board real quick. Everybody, what do you guys think? Titans D or Seahawks D? Oh.
Both defenses suck.
Yeah. Here's one Lions D. That's the answer. It's like that. I don't got the answer to this.
I can't remember who their matchups are. Give me 1 second. I'm looking.
I got you right
Tennessee
here.
plays Jacksonville.
Yeah.
I'm taking the Titans against Jacksonville. The alternative is the Seahawks
Against the Texans.
Ooh.
Without
both terrible.
Tyrod.
I'm taking Tennessee.
Really?
All right, just to spite David, I'll take Seattle.
Woo! I like it.
There you go.
Yeah, Seattle against Houston, no Tyrod. They're probably a little bit worse than Jacksonville is right now. So, yeah, I'd probably lean that way.
And I take Washington just to spite David. Let's go.
Washington versus the Cowboys, yeah.
Sid, do me a favor and listen to your wife, all right?
What'd she say?
Oh my God, look, wait, hold up. Don't say good things about Washington. Let's go.
Is she over there laughing in the corner?
Yeah, do you hear giggle?
Yo, Dalton asked real quick. We got to shout out. Oh, yeah.
Hey, there she is.
Sit by your little cowboy stuff, all right? We got to shout out our man Nathan Snell in the comments saying Baltimore Elite is in the building and had a quick question. I want to go to his and then I want to go to Dalton's question. He said, I have 5 guys on bye week. What should I do?
Bow down and pray to the God that is TJ Watt.
Wow. Wow. Nate, you could have expected
it depends on who they are, Nathan. Look at these guys' playoff schedules. Can you afford to drop any of these guys? Are they players that somebody's going to jump on if they're on waivers? Obviously, they're on a bye this week, so you might squeeze by and be able to drop one, and nobody notices because of the bye, and then go get them after waivers. But it all comes down to who is on a bye and how useful. Sid talked, I think it was last week before, about starting to clean out your bench. Those players that you've held for 6 to 8 weeks and you've never started, just get rid of them. There's no point to keeping them. Start building those backups to your starting lineup. And all of that has to be centered around their playoff matchups at this point. If you absolutely have to win this week, like me in the Let's Talk Fantasy League, I'm looking at the playoffs, but I'm also a little more focused on this week because I need this win. If you're a little more comfortable and you can afford to take it easy this week because your playoffs rankings are already set, then clear out the junk.
So a little context to this. He is currently tied for second place in the league that he's in. He's 1 game ahead of the next closest guy in his respective division, but he's got a lead in his. He's 8-5, and the next guy in his division is 7-6. The top guy in the whole league is 9-4, and it's 9-4, 8-5, 8-5. So he's like tied for second.
Is he fighting for a first round bye?
Oh, think about that. Let me check that.
If it doesn't really matter, and that's where you gotta get in there. You gotta look at the conversation we had earlier, where we're looking at who's in, who's out. How do you get in? Once you're in, who are you playing? What matchups do you want? What matchups don't you want?
He doesn't have anything to worry about. That's the one where it's the 8-man league, and there's a big difference between the 4th and the 5th. So he doesn't have anything to worry about. He could potentially take a week
depending
off.
on what the other players are around you. It may be beneficial to take the loss, like Ash said. You may want to play a higher seed than a lower seed, depending on how those teams shook out. Lower seeded teams could be peaking at the right time right now, just like we saw with Sid, who is further down the rankings. But I don't want to play Sid next week, so look at the matchups and who that means that you're going to end up playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the other thing is I know Nathan keeps a lot of backup defenses, kickers, quarterbacks. You don't need any of those now. So, I mean, if you like two defenses going forward in their playoff matches, maybe keep those, but definitely don't need a backup kicker. Definitely don't need a backup quarterback. Your guy shouldn't have. This is the last week of buys, so if he's your guy, you don't need any backups because he's not going to have a bye. So those are the guys I get rid of first before I'm getting rid of running backs, wide receivers, or tight ends that I want going forward. You're not going to start. You can't start two quarterbacks. So if you have a guy you're going to start every week, you shouldn't have any backups at this point in the season. There's 4 weeks left. If a guy gets hurt, There's nothing you could do, but you don't need to save a spot for a backup quarterback because if it's Tom Brady, if it's Patrick Mahomes, if it's Dak, you're not starting anybody but them. So you don't need a backup.
This man don't need any help. Okay, all of his guys that buy are sitting on the bench. Let me show you. I just took a look at his stuff. He's already got everybody in. The guys that are on the buy are on the bench. They don't even matter. Let me show you. Oh, let me share it with you right quick. I thought I shared it.
Who are the players? Read them off for me.
I'm going to put them up right quick. Let's see. Ready. So his guys that are on a bye are his kicker. Oh, so he doesn't have the kicker right now. Myles Gaskins, Miles Sanders, Mike Gesicki, and Jacoby Myers. But the guys that he has in, he has Lamar at QB, Cordero and Gibson at back, Diggs, Kupp, and Marquise Brown at wide receiver, Dawson Knox and Moreau at tight end, Javonte Williams at flex, and Rams D is his defense. He has no kicker though.
Yeah.
Go get a kicker.
Are those the only people? Who else is on his bench besides the people on a bye? Can you click on his team?
Yeah, let me see.
That just showed who was on a bye. It didn't show his full bench. Because Jacoby Meyer, I would drop. You're not going to start him. You got stud receivers that you're never going to put him over. Let's see. Taylor Heineke, you're never going to start him over Lamar. Right. Drop him. Buffalo's defense, I mean, if you like them going forward, they haven't been the best, but I would consider dropping them before I would give up a Gaskin, a Mooney, Sanders, Gesicki. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'd get Heineke and Myers out there if you're looking to pick up some guys. Those are the two that I would drop.
Mm. Yeah. But this is his front lineup right here.
Yeah, I'm definitely with Sid there. You've got some droppable players. Go get a kicker, and start looking at the backups to those players you have in your starting lineup. You're in an 8-man league, so there are a lot of fringe guys and backups that are available. Go get them.
Yeah.
Shore it up.
Yeah.
Because I get why you're keeping those players because of injury, but if one of your guys gets hurt, don't you want his backup?
Right. So start looking at that stuff. But yeah, I think you're honestly straight for this week. But I know you're fighting for that number 1 seed and you're a game out. But yeah, I think you're pretty straight. So we'll see. We shall definitely see. Appreciate you watching us, man. Appreciate you watching us, Dalton. Not sure I can get behind this. But no starting Heineke. I will start him all day. All right. Let's get it. So we're at the end of the show. Let's go ahead real quick. I'm gonna go to you, Sid, and we're gonna talk about one of the reasons I drink a little bit. The bet of the week. My bets do not seem to be working. So what do you have? Real quick. I do want to give an update. I told you about this last time about the parlays. I got in the parlays. Yeah, I didn't do any more of those. Okay, no. So you can go.
I saw one. There was somebody bet $1 that all the receivers in the game for the Bills and the Patriots would go under the receiving yards. Obviously, they didn't throw very much. Yeah. Bet $1 and won $600 off $1.
Wow!
They all hit. Yep, it was crazy.
Wow.
But the one I looked up this week, it's nice because I usually do the Thursday games since they're the closest and they have props out already. And that just happens to be my team. So Kirk Cousins to throw an interception, you get plus money, plus 115 just to throw one interception. TJ Watt's going to disrupt it. He's going to throw it up in the air. Mink is coming down with it. Put it on the board. Guaranteed.
Cousins doesn't throw interception.
Yeah, he doesn't. That's why it's plus money. But he's going to against the Steelers.
Geez.
Like my man Nathan does. Guarantee.
Let's go. I love it. Let's go. Yo, Bobby, you got anything for us?
I'll keep it simple. The Bucks and the Bills in Tampa. Bucks are -3. I'd take that all day. The over-under's 52.5. I'd take the over. And let's go to Dallas and Washington. Cowboys are -4. I'll take the points with Washington on that. And under 47.5.
Okay. Let's go, Bobby. Dave, you got anything?
I went and doubled down on my Cowboys defense, and I put a little bit on Stephon Diggs, defensive player of the year. We're going to take the defensive player of the year. We're going to take the defensive rookie of the year. I think that that all these divisional games lined up, the two of them boys are going to have some fun.
Who did you pick? Defensive player of the year is Trayvon?
Trayvon, sorry, yeah, not his brother.
Stephon, yeah, well, yeah.
It's going to be hard when the MVP is the defensive player for the Steelers, so I don't think they can.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't think they're going to give the MVP and the defensive player to somebody else. It's just gonna make sense.
Ooh. Wow. Yeah. It seems you said that somewhere else, Sid. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, when TJ Watt breaks the sack record this year, how do you not give the man the MVP, the defensive player of the year? When he finishes the year with 24 sacks, somebody write it down somewhere.
I'm just saying.
Ash
After missing 2.5 games
on our own, but we already did, Ash.
Yeah, we're gonna lose. See? Yeah, that's great. Hey, keep all that negative juju towards y'all. You know who we want. You know who we want. Let's go right to the camera. Let's go right to the camera. You see it, Ash? There it is. Let's go.
Keep telling them all week.
Hey, Bobby, you know it, man.
I
You know it. Look, you and I, we in the same boat. Multiple wins in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, you want to? I know. At one point in this year, when you were playing all easy teams, you had multiple wins in a row. But now you're actually playing teams and you're getting them L's. You want to be
Get
a part
that
of this
5.
trade?
Be just like us.
I'm just trying to be ill. I'm trying to be like Bobby. I just got the 4. I just got the 4 before star, but I need to get that 5, baby. Let's go.
I was going to say, but Bobby's Dolphins are looking a whole lot more impressive than your football team.
Hey. I respect what they're doing in the AFC, but we're holding it down for them in the NFC.
Sean, if the Dolphins played the football team right now, what happens? It'd be a good game.
It would be a good game.
Yeah.
It absolutely would. Would. I couldn't for you, Bobby. I'm not going to do it because I know you like Washington too. So I'll be good.
Yeah, I do.
I'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh man, and we got some blasphemy in the comments now. Micah, Super
boy.
Bowl defensive MVP, defensive rookie of the year. Let's go.
Just give them all the awards.
Yeah, right. we don't speak any of that. I don't know what that is right there. That's
Yeah. Is that English?
No, I got no idea. I messed it up.
It's all going to Mike. We get the point.
Yeah, she's calling all of it. Super Bowl MVP, defensive player of the year, defensive rookie of the year. Mike.
Yes. And then
World Series MVP.
Right. The tennis champion.
The tennis champion, U.S. Open.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
He's going to win the Masters next year.
Yep.
And then he leaves and comes to Washington. Let's go. I'll buy that jersey. I will buy that jersey.
I cannot wait to see you on Monday, sir.
I'm here.
Oh, man.
I'm
It's
here.
going to be fun.
Yo, quick. We got one more question down here. Nick Hobby, I don't know if I said it wrong. I apologize if I did. Rank these 3: Christian Kirk, KJ Osborne, and Valdez Scantling.
That's tough. This week, I'll go first. I'm going Osborne, Kirk, MVS.
I got no issue with that.
I think I would flip MVS and Kirk and keep Osborne at second.
The only reason I didn't go MVS is because I like Cobb coming back. I think Cobb is going to be the number 2, and then Alan Lazard takes targets away from MVS. He's just a one-trick pony.
Yeah, if Cobb comes back, then definitely not. Yeah,
that's right. That's the only reason I like it.
You're right.
That way. That's it.
All right. Is that all, Phyllis?
There you go. Yeah, man, that's it. That's it. Hopefully we helped Nick, man. Hopefully it helped all of you. Look, we appreciate all of you that have sat here and enjoyed us today. We hope we did something to help you. If you are still in, contention in your fantasy league, if you are like myself, hey, we hope you had some popcorn, you ate it, and you enjoyed yourself. That's what it is. That's how I get through this daggone season. Look at me. You know what? We're done. For myself, Mr. Sean, I want the Cowboys. We want Dallas. Spencer, my guy over here, David, how about them Cowboys, right? My guy down here, Sydney, Stairway to 7, Swinton. And this guy right here, the fan that's the only team in NFL in a Super Bowl era to be undefeated. The 72 Dolphins, who essentially beat my Redskins. My guy, Bobby Wills. What up?
Yes, sir.
Yo, we appreciate everybody that came on. We're going to do a special shout out to Ash Swinton and Dalton Andrews for also joining us on the show. Look forward to them in these coming weeks. Also, look forward to Bobby tonight on Let's Talk Football, the round table, where we talk about his Dolphins. We talk about the one-win Lions. The one-win Lions. And, hey, we might even talk about the Steelers.
Oh, no.
Okay, nope.
Get him off.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah,
Technical difficulties.
He's
Not
gone.
this week, you won't. Not in my house. Yes. Yo, hey, join us next week, same time.